Hey YouTube, what's up? Dr. T here, and welcome to the Altcoin Express and my hometown, St. Petersburg, Florida, where we target turning $23,000 into a cool million in 5 years by trading altcoins and Ethereum on the Binance exchange. Take a moment to have a look at beautiful St. Petersburg, a little piece of paradise to live in. So here's the steps you need to take to get into trading or just holding cryptocurrencies, in particular Ethereum, which is probably the simplest way to go for people who are not very well familiar with this. It's just to buy Ethereum, hold it, don't do anything with it. It will go up and you will make a fortune. Think I'm joking? Well, sit on the sidelines and find how much you're missing. So you need to come along to Coinbase first of all. Coinbase has two sites. It has a primary site and it has a subsidiary site called GDAX. And the point about GDAX is you can trade the majors on GDAX without having to pay any fees under certain circumstances. But I would just advise newcomers just to buy Ethereum and hold it. So you need to go into Coinbase and you fill out your name, email address, password, carry on and fill out the remainder of what's necessary there. And then once you've done that, you can then open a GDAX account. Now this is just going to pump me onto my own screen because I've already got one there. Yeah, well actually it's not. So create an account. Let's just press on this and see where it goes. So you have to put this in first. It will eventually take you to a window where you have to upload a photo of your driver's license on both sides. Now this became an issue with me because it has a water stamp in it, and eventually I had to take the driver's license up to a photographer, have them photograph it to get rid of the water stamp. And the second aspect of the upload, that's two parts, is to upload a photo of yourself via a webcam. Now this can be tricky. It really needs you to be in sunlight. So I have my desktop facing a window, and in the dark it won't upload it because there's too much shadow and it cannot get good enough image. But when the sun came round in the afternoon, I opened up my blinds and uploaded the picture and it was fine. Then you will then have, after you filled in the earlier information, then you'll get onto a GDAX account. Now we can go to my GDAX account, which is here. So this is, ooh, that's bright. It always does this, doesn't it? Hang on while I just sign in. Okay, here we are. This is the GDAX interface where the trading of its coins. Go up to here. There are 4 coins here called Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin. You would want to buy Ethereum. It is the principal top gaining coin of those that are the majors. All the rest are called altcoins. And you would come along, and this is the best approach for a beginner, is to just deposit a little bit and watch it. And if you get some confidence, deposit a little bit more. Now you can deposit without any costs. Wire transfers like I have to make cost some money and they get into problems. So you want to open this and go to bank account, and you'll have to establish your bank account credentials, and you can add up to $250 per week. So once you've got your, that's my I believe that's my credit card. It's coming off of your credit card, debit card, right? And you just put the amount in, click press funds. Once it's got your banking information, you have to have your bank account and all the other stuff, and then it will transfer. It takes about 5 days, and then it gets into your account. It costs you nothing. So every week Now, most of you, if you're interested, won't be depositing $1,000 a month, but deposit some. I mean, just deposit $100. Just deposit $50, and then see what happens. It'll go up, and when it's gone up 20%, you're going to go, oh dear, I need to deposit more, and gain confidence and add more, and that's the way to approach this. You've got to have a base of confidence, and the way to do it is to start. Put $5 in there. It doesn't matter. Just do it and put something in there. So your money will come in as here. If it's not in, yeah, I think your money will come in here. And what you would do is, you don't have anything out here. Okay, this is the buy and sell interface. This is the current buys and sells over here of Ethereum. These are moving averages, 12-hour and 12 day and 26-day moving averages. Put it on its, whoops, put it on its max. Oh dear. Come down. Okay. So we put it on its max. That's all this window allows you to see. So you would put in, you first of all have to identify which coin you want to buy. So you want to make sure you buy Ethereum, and you'll just put in the amount of US dollars, and it will tell you how much Ethereum you're going to get. Place the buy order, and boink, in it goes, and you've got it. And then it will come up on your trading account window as to what you've got. So taking a look at the big picture, and I use this platform at tradingview.com. It's a website, and I've got my current coin on here, which I'm waiting to take off, which it will eventually. But you can come over and put coins in here and look at Ethereum. So here's Ethereum, and we're going to go back to the beginning of its upswing in early April-ish. Put it on its 30-minute window, and look at its whole history. How far back will this go? It will go back not that far. Let's go back a bit further. No, that won't go back that far either. Okay, now Bitcoin was the first coin invented by this Japanese guy who invented blockchain, the basis on which Bitcoin operates. You'd have to read about that because I don't 100% know how to kind of express what it does, but I can put some information. You'll find it. Just go look blockchain up and read something about it, and you'll find that. So this is like the internet. This is like Facebook. This is like Twitter. This is like YouTube. It started somewhere, and in the beginning, it didn't go very far until all of a sudden, mass media got hold of it and it took off. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. There are only there's what it says, there's surveys, 8% of the US owns cryptocurrencies. Well, that's 8 3s are 24. So that's 24 million people own cryptocurrencies in the US. Well, if you go worldwide, I don't know, it's many, many, many times that, but quite frankly, not a lot. These are my drop lines. This website is very useful because you can put moving averages on here. I've got, we'll go to my 30-minute window page. Are you going to come out any further? No, I think that's as far as it's going to come out. So that's from the beginning to the top. So you can see it's gone up at a steady click, and these are some range lines that I put on there with the current bottom, and it will continue. I mean, as I've said before, more people will be getting into this as time goes by, and they will start to drive the price up because they'll be buying. There are an infinite number of coins being introduced into the system as it progresses. Blockchain is a technology on which they work. It's usually a very specialized system that I can't really fully explain. It's very secure. It enables users to do particular things. It might be in finance, it might be in like Ethereum focuses particularly on smart contracts. There are all kinds of underpinnings on which blockchain technology work, and these are evolving, and so on and so forth. But it's in its early phases. I mean, you go back to the beginning of the stock market in, actually it was 1818, the beginning of the stock market, give or take, 200 years ago to date, and look how the stock market went along. And has the stock market ever gone down? Not really. I mean, it's had its ups and downs, but it just keeps going along. So all you need to do, all you need to do as a beginner is to just buy a bit, get into it, experience it, and then take it forwards. So it is currently, I'll have to go to a bigger window because you can't see it all. You can't even see there. Let's go out a bit more. Okay, now you can see it. Blow it up a little bit. So it's challenging. Well, another point is the game mover in this business is Bitcoin itself. The primary first coin is the game changer. That's Papa Bear, as I call him. Where Bitcoin goes, everybody else goes. Bitcoin pulls Ethereum up, and Bitcoin pulls Ethereum down. But Ethereum goes up faster than Bitcoin does. So I'm going to change the lighting. Oops, that's not the right thing. Oh yes, I just had to reboot my computer just to make sure the settings were okay. I need to get rid of the light. And we'll go over to my, not Bitcoin place. So I have lots and lots of data on here. Lots and lots of data. What is this? Okay. This data here tracks Bitcoin and Ethereum from the beginning, from when they started their rise. And this is the track of Bitcoin, and this is the track of Ethereum. You can see it outpaces it. And this one down here shows the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum. And you'll notice that when Bitcoin goes up, Ethereum goes up more. In the last upswing, there you go. There's the difference with where Ethereum went up over Bitcoin. It will continually gain more advantage over Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is the controller. That's the fundamental you have to understand. Bitcoin dictates where things are going as far as Ethereum is concerned. They tend to go down in parallel. You can see this drop here. They went down more or less in parallel, but when it comes to an upswing, Ethereum tends to be purchased. It's overbought right now, but it tends to be up purchased. Let me put that on hold for a minute. So 700 on Ethereum was its kind of resistance level up to this recent surge. Now, just to give you some perspective, 700, 50% up from that is 1,050. You can draw these lines anywhere you want. So that's about 1,050. If you feel that's a little bit too aggressive and it can't make that, then we can pull this window out a bit. Are you going to come out? I guess it's not. How far does it go out here? I don't know. We need. I don't know whether I can get in on here on the 1 hour. That's the problem, is I can't get up there on the 1 hour, and I can't get out on the 2 hour. I'll have to extend it. I'm not sure. Anyway, for the purpose of this little adventure, let's put it on. There we go. Now, let's just say it didn't get up there by then. Let's be a bit more conservative. Take it over to July. And there's your 1,050 in July. Put that line in. I like a different color. Change the color. Oh, sorry about that. Get rid of this. These are adverts. You just have to get rid of them. So this is the timeline for it to gain 50% above its 700 level, and well, hello, May, June, July, May, June, July, that's 2 months. In 2 months, this is going to go up 50% in 2 months. So what's going to go up by the end of the year, I don't know. But as I've said, that's a perspective. Take the time to open these accounts. Put $5 in. Put $1 in there. It doesn't matter. Just get your feet into it and sit back and watch your dollar become $1.10. And put a bit more in as you feel more secure. There is no downside in the near future. In the near future, we're talking a couple of years. We don't know when it will peak out and kind of level out, but right now, it's like Facebook. When Facebook started, it just took off, and Twitter just took off. Now it'll reach a peak of people in there, but we're talking about the whole world here as well. So that's an introduction into how to get into Ethereum, how to buy it. Cost you nothing. It'll gain you a lot. It's very safe, and I highly recommend it.